daily news report, as well as ongoing stimulus package information video. If you're a subscribed member of my community, then welcome back. And if you're not, consider subscribing right now so I can keep you up to date on what's going on in Washington, D.C., this next stimulus package and all the drama happening, the U.S. economy, money, investing, and much, much more. All right, now this morning I noticed that the stock I shared with you, Bush Food, is up 30.2%. That's crazy, right? It started out yesterday at 96 cents a share, and as of filming this video, it was at $1.25. Now you might be thinking, Stephen, it only went up 29 cents. That's nothing. But when it comes to the stock market, it's all about percentages, not cents or dollars, right? So when you divide that growth by the original amount, it's 30.2%. Wouldn't you have liked to earn 30% on your money? All right. Now, sadly, the rest of the stock market is in the red, meaning it's losing today. However, I'm using this as a great day to pick up a bunch of great stocks at a heavy discount. So if you're in the stock market and it's red, don't fear. It might be a great day to buy. All right. Now, I think we can all assume this kind of stuff happens. But in order to get the $3.5 trillion stimulus package passed, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and others are essentially blackmailing Senator Kyrsten Sinema of Arizona. According to multiple sources, they say that a call was placed to the head of the Arizona Democrat Party in the state of Arizona. Now, this caucus leader is telling Senator Sinema to vote with Nancy Pelosi on the stimulus package, or else they will hit Sinema with a vote of no confidence, or essentially they will censure her. Now, what it means to censure someone in your party is that you basically vote and agree that that candidate will no longer get any effort, attention, or money towards their reelection. So they're basically saying, vote the way we tell you to, or else we're kicking you out of the party. So Sinema now has to decide whether to stand her ground with her ideas or potentially lose her seat. Pretty crazy, right? Now here's the ironic part. The Arizona Democrat Party made a statement that Sinema is threatening U.S. democracy. I can't make this stuff up. Democracy is when people from different backgrounds come together to find the best path forward, not from threatening to remove somebody from their seat if they don't vote the way you tell them to. So they're literally saying you're threatening democracy, and then they're doing the exact opposite of democracy to get her to vote the way they want. Now, I'd like to hear from you on your opinion. Is what's happening to Senator Sinema, is that democracy or is that coercion? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, please. All right, now House Speaker Nancy Pelosi may have created a nightmare scenario for herself. Many in her party are calling her a liar and someone who doesn't keep promises. Others say she made the right move because secretly they had planned not to vote to pass the infrastructure bill without the stimulus bill or the American Families. One such person is Representative Jan Schakowsky, a Democrat from Illinois. She said that she and many others planned to vote against the infrastructure bill, but had just kept quiet on the matter. They want the stimulus bill for $3.5 trillion passed first, or they won't vote for the $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill at all. Schakowsky and many others are now saying that they don't even want Pelosi to bring the bill to the floor for a vote until Sinema, Manchin, and any other Democrat quietly opposing the $3.5 trillion stimulus package comes forward and commits to voting. Now, Representative Talat was even harsher on Pelosi. She said if Pelosi attempts to decouple the stimulus bill from the infrastructure bill, all hell will break loose, and they will essentially said it would be a betrayal to progressives. Now, it's interesting that they were happy that Nancy Pelosi betrayed the moderates, but are insulted at the idea that Pelosi might betray them, right? So they want to have their cake and eat it too. I mean, this essentially shows that there really is a big divide in House Democrats when it comes to passing these two bills. Have you ever heard the phrase, too many chefs in the kitchen? I think that's what's going on here when it comes to passing these two bills, right? There's over 400 representatives in the House of Representatives, and the difference in opinions is staggering. All right, now today, the generals of the U.S. military are on the Hill testifying before Congress about the failed pullout of Afghanistan. Many military people are holding their ground, saying, "We told President Biden to leave 2,500 U.S. military troops in Afghanistan, but he and Secretary of State Anthony Blinken decided on their own to pull the military out before U.S. citizens." Also, on a nationally televised interview between President Biden and ABC News correspondent anchor George Stephanopoulos, Biden said that at no time did anyone advise him to leave troops or comment on the rushed timeline. However, today under oath, both General Milley and General McKenzie both testified that on multiple occasions, Biden was told to leave troops. The situation was worsening and the timeline was a mistake. So now you and I have to decipher, are two top military generals lying, or is President Biden lying to cover his own mistakes? According to Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, he said he knows for a fact this information from the generals was received by President Biden. So you guys are going to have to make up your own opinion. Who's lying? Who really made the mistake when it comes to the Afghanistan pullout? Now, Senator Blumenthal asked the generals, why are there still Americans trapped in Afghanistan, and asked for a number of how many are still trapped. Neither of them had an answer, to which Senator Blumenthal said, this is because no one is in charge right now. So basically Blumenthal pointed out, you guys don't know what you're doing right now, and it's an embarrassment. All right, now it's almost October, and we still have Americans being held hostage in Afghanistan. Another big aha moment was when General Milley, under oath, said the Taliban is still considered an organization. So then my question is, why did the United Nations give the Taliban nearly $500 billion in cash? And why did the United States give them $64 million of taxpayer money in the last 30 days? If this isn't funding, I don't know what you call it. Why did we give them taxpayer money? By the way, I don't know if you saw this, but the New York Times did a major retraction on their story that Border Patrol agents were whipping Haitian immigrants. It wasn't true. They've retracted the story. By the way, thank you guys so much for giving these videos a like. It's just me doing hours and hours of research, filming, editing, and uploading, so I really appreciate you guys giving it a like, and I really hope you enjoy receiving them. Now, the United Kingdom, like the United States, has been trying to go green. However, it was announced that because of fuel shortages, the UK will fire up their coal power plants in order to get enough energy for their country, showing the world that we might not be as ready to go green as politicians had hoped. Now, according to several sources, President Biden's plan to tax the rich might backfire. The hottest new trend among the wealthy is to move or plan to move to Dubai. Many economists are saying at top tax rates, the wealthy still don't have enough money to solve the U.S. debt problem or Biden's big spending bills. There's not enough tax money to cover it. So in the face of large taxes, many of the wealthy are planning to move out of the country. So why is Dubai becoming the hot spot? Because there's no income tax. So we may end up losing the people that pay the most taxes over to Dubai, where they will pay no taxes. So we'll see what ends up coming of it. All right, now going back to General Milley, remember a few weeks ago when Milley was in the hot seat for having made 2 secret phone calls to China to tell them that he would warn China if the United States was going to attack? Well, this was also addressed in today's congressional hearing. Milley was asked why he hasn't resigned and why this isn't treason. Milley said he did nothing wrong because he knew Trump was never going to attack China. Let me quote him directly. This is what he said under oath. I am certain President Trump did not intend on attacking the Chinese, and it was my direct responsibility. It was my directed responsibility by the secretary to convey presidential order and intent. So all this talk on the media of there being a coup by Trump or the use of nuclear weapons or Milley committing treason was all used by the media to get views and to scare the American people, when in fact, Milley is now saying he knew for certain Trump was not going to attack China. Do you ever get the feeling that the media just straight up lies to us or creates narratives to breed fear in the American people? All right, now more is coming out about the drama surrounding passing the next stimulus package. Also, the drama around the botched withdrawal from Afghanistan. This week will probably be full of it. And I'm going to be here to keep you updated on the progress of the stimulus package and what the heck is going on in Washington, D.C. On a personal note, I'm just hoping and praying that they get these American families and these American students out of the hands of our enemies over in Afghanistan. Now, before you go, I just want to remind you that you are amazing. I appreciate you being in my community, and I'll see you on the next video.